Hey friends! So today in art, we are going to be making our very own homemade scratch paper drawings. Here's a picture, an example of the finished product you can have at the end. Obviously it would have a different drawing. You can draw whatever you want on it, but I'm going to show you how to make these scratch rainbow papers at home with just a few art supplies. So you're going to need 1 or 2 sheets of white paper. If you have thick white paper like cardstock or just something that's a little bit thicker than printer paper, that's great. If all you have is printer paper, then that's fine. You can use that too. Your paper doesn't have to be white. It can really be any color. Just make sure that it's as thick as you can make it and good for drawing on. So you're going to need white paper. You're also going to need crayons. I have these twisty crayons, but you can use regular crayons. Regular crayons are actually better for this. Or if you don't have crayons, you can use oil pastels if you have those at home. You're also going to need a pair of scissors, and you are going to need something sharp to scratch with. So you could use a toothpick for that. You could use, I'm using a mechanical pencil with no lead in it, so you can see it's pointy at the end there. I also have a floss pick that I might try using right there. Just ask an adult at home if they can help you find something sharp that's appropriate for you to be using for art. So let's get started. Oh my gosh, I almost forgot the most important thing. So when you're doing your art, it might get a little messy, especially if you're using pastels, or even if you're using crayons, it could get messy too. Make sure that you're doing your art on a flat surface that is either covered by scratch paper or newspaper, or maybe like a plastic tablecloth, or you're doing it in a place that it's okay for crayon or pastel to get on the surface, because I don't want you to mess up any of the furniture in your house while you're doing this. So make sure that you're in a place that's okay for doing art, or you have something to cover the table that you're sitting on so it doesn't get messy. If you need to move places, go ahead and pause the video right now so you can go find a place to sit that's a little bit safer. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to take your paper and you're going to fold it in half. And you can fold it in half. It doesn't matter which way you fold it, because we're going to fold it in half both ways. I'm folding it hamburger style right here. And then you can fold it in half the other way. And so I'm going to fold it in half hot dog style right here. Like that. When you open your paper, it should be folded so that there's 4 rectangles that it's in. Then you're going to take your scissors and you're going to cut along the folds so that your paper is cut into 4 different pieces. Just like that. All right. Okay, now that you have found a spot where you are able to sit and work on your art, and you have your paper cut into 4 small pieces, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to choose either from your crayons or you're going to choose from your pastels, 3 or 4 different colors. So in my example, I use these colors, so I think I'm going to do different colors this time. I'm going to pick green and blue, and I think I'll pick red and this kind of marigold orangey color. So I have these 4 colors, and this is what you're going to do to get started. I'm going to zoom in so you can see a little better. You're going to take these 4 colors, choose one to start, and it doesn't matter which one, and you're just going to start kind of filling a spot with color. Doesn't matter what shape you're filling it in. If you really want, you can make circles instead of squares. The goal, I have to twist it a little more. The goal of this is to fill the entire page with color. And your crayons and your colors can overlap. And it doesn't really matter if it's messy or if it's not messy. But what's really important is that you cover the entire page. Oh, bless me. You can cover the entire page with colors. So I'll check back in a minute after I have filled my whole page. So I filled up my whole page with color, and I'm just going over some spots that are a little light and have a couple white parts showing, because it's really important that the whole page is filled with crayon and filled with color. And it's important that it's really bright and the colors are dark on the page, because if you colored really lightly and you didn't push very hard, it won't show up as well later on. So you want to push as hard as you can. Once you have filled the entire page with colors, you're going to take a black crayon, or if you're using pastels, you're going to take a black oil pastel, and you are going to fill the whole page with black. So I'm going to use an oil pastel because I ran out of black crayons. So I'm going to just start going over the whole thing and coloring the whole thing in black. Make sure every single part of the color is covered. All right, so now once you have finished coloring your entire thing black, you can go ahead and get started with your scratching. So I'm gonna try using my floss pick and see how that works. And you see I got black pastel all over my hand, so this can actually be really messy. So just make sure, again, that you're in a space where you can kind of get messy. So in my example, I did a flower. I want to do something different. I think I'm going to draw like kind of a friendly monster. So I'm going to draw its eyes like this. And, already I can tell that I don't really like using the floss pick because it's kind of like soft and it doesn't hold as strong. It's really bendy. So I'm just going to continue on with the sharp pencil. So here are its little eyes that I drew. Its little eyes. And then I'm going to draw a little nose. And then it's a furry monster, kind of furry like that. And you can see as I'm scratching that the black kind of goes away. It scratches off and you can see the rainbow colors underneath. So there's and then he's going to have some little fangs. And he has some skinny legs. He's wearing big shoes. So kind of a skinny leg monster he can have some long socks there. With big shoes, let's put some bows on his shoes. Just like that. You can honestly draw anything you want. I'm doing a monster for mine. But you could draw a tree and some flowers. You could draw a house. You could draw your favorite animal. You could draw your family. You could really draw anything you want. I'm going to give him some friends. So I'll draw some like little baby guys. Some tiny furry ones like that. And maybe they also have skinny legs, but they have tiny feet. Like normal sized feet. And some socks. With little fangs. Maybe that's like his little brother or his little sibling. Do one more. So again, you can use this magic rainbow scratch paper to really draw any picture that you want. You could also do it more than once since you cut it into 4 different pieces. You could do 4 different scratch papers. I'm going to write Monster Family. That's the title of my drawing. Monster Family. When you're done with your drawing, I want you to make sure, this is super important, you sign your name at the bottom right here. So I'm going to write Miss K. And then I always do a crown over my name. And it's really important to sign your work because even if you don't like it and it doesn't feel perfect to you, it's important that you write your name on it. Even some really famous artists that have paintings or drawings or art in museums didn't really like how their work looked, but other people did, and other people thought it was beautiful and valuable and worth something. So even if you don't like the way that your art looks, that's okay. I know I'll like the way it looks, and maybe other people will too. So it's important to write your name on it. So that is how you do a rainbow scratch paper and how you scratch it and draw a drawing on there. Go ahead and do it yourself and post it to Seesaw so I can see what you do.